everybody, and welcome again to Classic Puppet Theater. Yes, it is me, Puppeteen, here once again to introduce it. Before we get into Spider-Man! Yes, it's issue 10. We're going to go ahead and dig right in. But before we get in there, let's go ahead and introduce our cast. Oh, you see him right there. In the darkness, if you look closely, you see a little green, and it is Froggy!
Hello! Welcome to my show.
Well, it's our show, but yes, the adversary to the one down below, it's Zach, bro. You found that Hawkeye mood. Yes,
I'm keeping the mood. It's so great.
Wait. Half of him's gone. Who was snapped by Thanos?
Oh no!
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I was wondering what that was.
It's Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, I thought maybe you bought two shirts and you wanted both of them at the same time. You just sewed them together.
Yeah,
And
Thanos snapped. Half of me went. I was like Two-Face. Half of me went.
You know, like people when they make the quilts, they have like patches of there's multiple pictures.
So he's my adversary, huh?
You are a rig boy.
he's your adversary. That's right. Yeah, that's right. And I
Martin
will be
been
playing
back,
your other adversary, J. Jonah Jameson. So don't worry about that. And below you can see every woman in the world and our narrator. Yes, Maranya.
Good evening, or good morning,
Now-
good afternoon, whenever you watch this.
When your Marnie says go, we'll start reading.
Ryan says
Well-
go. You start bidding. The highest amount can tell us to stop.
No. This is offline, so it doesn't work that way anyway. First
darn.
thing we're going to do is turn off my camera because I have to show the book. And
We thank you
these guys
because
are
that.
jerks.
No, it's just because the glare was super bright. That's all.
Sure, Frog.
Nice.
We can see this isn't a great cover, honestly. It's really not.
Honestly, it looked
I'm
really
not
great with
saying-
the camera on.
Who's the artist? Because it looks different from the other ones. Spider-Man does. I mean, he looks different. Like he looks sleeker almost.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is still the Dit of Co, but we'll have to wait and see. The Amazing Spider-Man. Never has anyone fought such merciless foes as the Enforcers. And in this issue, we learn why J. Jonah Jameson really hates Spider-Man!
As if we didn't know that for the first 9 issues.
Right.
Now, I pass it on to our narrator.
Okay. How can one lone crime fighter, though, possessing the power of countless spiders, hope to defeat the Enforcers? Caution, think twice before starting this movie-length tale. We feel it only fair to warn you. Once you have read it, once you have savored the thrills and surprises which only Spider-Man can provide, you may find it difficult to ever again be satisfied by lesser magazines.
I love that Stanley showmanship.
Who is the big man?
Froggy.
With this classic tale, the Marvel Age of Comics reaches a new plateau of greatness. I'll let you do this. You're better.
Okay. Written by Smiling Stan Lee. Illustrated by Swinging Steve Ditko. And lettered by Sparkling Sam Rosen.
He's always dependable, Sam Rosen is. Okay, if you've read this far, we figure you're hooked. There's no turning back now. So hold on to your hats. Here goes one of the most exciting super adventures you've ever read.
Everything's all set, boss.
Good. Spider-Man was seen heading this way. He should arrive within seconds. Start Operation High Lift right now.
At a signal from the mysterious masked man, a professional burglar cautiously climbs toward the end of a long flagpole.
Come back here with those jewels. You haven't got a chance out there.
I wouldn't make book on that if I were you. The big man planned this keeper. He never fails. Yeah.
Yeah. At that moment, the world's most dramatic superhero witnesses a strange scene and then...
If that Joker's trying to escape from the police, he's doing it the hard way. That's what
Wait a
she
minute,
said.
is this Marvel or DC? Talking about the Joker.
I don't know, but someone's making a lot of mic noise.
I'd better grab him before he falls and... Hey, what's going on?
It worked. Spider-Man never suspected that I had a cable wrapped around me.
We caught Spider-Man flat-footed, boss, just like you said.
Naturally, that's why I'm the big man. Home and fast, boys.
Don't know what it's all about, but nobody makes a sap out of me. I'll swing around this flagpole on my web to get up some steam, and then... whoosh, 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 whoosh. I'll get him before he can escape in that hidden whirly bird.
But before Spider-Man can attach himself to the hovering helicopter, an unexpected blast of blinding chemical foam meets him head on.
Oof! They were prepared for my clumsy attack, and now I'm blind because they messed with chemicals.
In the water.
Oh no.
Frogs.
The chagrined Crusader breaks his fall by quickly fashioning a crude parachute out of his amazing web as he bitterly thinks,
I sure won't win any medals for that dumbhead way I muffed that job.
and down below, the watching crowd seems to share Spider-Man's sentiments.
Boy, he sure goofed that one!
Some superhero he is. He's just a big clown.
That guy in the flagpole got away scot-free.
Is that last guy Clint Eastwood?
Now. And high above in the helicopter.
Within minutes, the news will be out, and the entire city will know how we made a fool of Spider-Man. Now head out for the hideout.
A short time later, the big man enters a smoke-filled room.
It's about time you got here.
We got our own gangs to take care of, see? We're not used to waiting for anyone, see?
Silence! You say see one more time, you'll be seeing stars out the window. I call this meeting to inform you that I'm taking over all the rackets in this city, even the tennis ones. From now on, the big man is the head of the crime syndicate.
The crime syndicate? Ultraman? What? Oh.
I'm going to run this little enterprise like a big business. As boss of our organization, I'll give all the orders. And my forces here will make sure that my orders are carried out. Any questions?
Why am I so small?
Because you're vertically challenged and retarded. It's okay.
Look, big man, you're not talking to kids, see? Yeah, I said it.
Nobody's going to tell me what to do. I'm like my cousin, J. Jonah Jameson. I'm cutting out.
Hey, that goes for me too.
Is that Norman Osborn?
I beg to differ, gentlemen. That is not him at all.
Oh.
Enforcers, change their minds.
Uh-oh.
Changed my mind? What? Oh.
First, let me present Fancy Dan.
It's me.
Though small, his footwork is so fast and dazzling that no one can lay a hand on him while he performs such little odd jobs for me, such as this. If you are wondering how such a little man can be so dangerous, you've never met Palpatine. But you may be interested in knowing that Fancy Dan is a master of judo and entitled to wear the coveted black belt that he did not steal, allegedly. Next, I'd like you to meet the Ox. Though he is slow and dumb as a rock and ponderous, your puny blows have no effect on him. And for anyone who dares incur his wrath, rarely remains conscious long enough to worry about it. Finally, my third enforcer has his own method of dealing with our enemies. Show them, Montana.
Call me Hannah.
No.
No? Okay.
Dear God.
Hannah
It's right by the
Montana?
In the hands of an expert like Montana, his lasso resembles Wonder Woman's. It's a living thing, completely obedient to his master's wills. You all know how I smarted Spider-Man earlier today, and you have seen what happens to anyone fool enough to resist me or my enforcers. Our meeting now is adjourned. You will receive further orders from Stream Duck and from me very soon. Under my Stream Duck leadership, aided by my enforcers, we have a glorious future ahead of us.
Quack.
Our scene now changes to the Forest Hills Hospital, where Peter Parker, about to visit his Aunt May, who is recovering from an operation, runs into
Still?
she's still recovering.
Jeez.
Runs into two classmates.
Flash! And Liz! Oh my! What are you doing here?
We heard about your aunt's illness, Peter, and came to visit her.
It was Liz's idea, Sonny. She dragged me along for company.
Sonny, aren't we the same age? Poor Flash. He's so afraid I might find out he's really got a heart somewhere under that thick skin.
Oh, your aunt is doing as well as expected, son. After her operation, but she does not need a blood transfusion. What is your blood type?
Does
A transfusion? I don't dare give my radioactive blood. That'll give my wife cancer in 20 years. I gained my spider strength because of the bite of a radioactive spider. It affected my blood, but no one must ever know. I don't think I can do it, Doc.
Peter, it's your own aunt.
What's the matter, scared of a big bad needle?
Wow, your voice just shriveled up. Liz is right, though. I have to do it. No matter what, I can't fail Aunt May. Lucky for me, my blood checked out okay. The test didn't reveal my super qualities.
Just lie. Just lie there and relax, Sonny. This'll give you the strength and strength she needs.
What on earth is this
What is
Dr.
this
Steele?
doctor?
If my strength comes from my blood, which was affected by the spider's bite, how will this transfusion affect me? I'll probably be somewhat weakened for a while until my blood cells can rebuild themselves.
Thank you, Stan, for explaining all that to us.
And then,
That's it, Peter. Take it easy for a few days until you get back to normal.
Sure, Doc. I will. Hope I won't be needed as Spider-Man for a while. Oh well, the main thing is that Aunt May is getting better.
Hope she doesn't turn into a giant spider.
finally,
Ooh, that'd be weird.
thanks to you, Peter dear, the doctor says I can leave here shortly.
That's great, Aunt May. The Abbotts next door want you to join them for a week on a trip to Florida. It'll be just what you need. I hear they're going to visit the Costellos.
Look out for lizards.
Gizzards?
How wonderful. They're such warm-hearted people. But who will look after you, Peter?
Unlike cold-blooded lizards.
Unlike Copilot. I'll be okay, Aunt May. Don't pay attention to this cough I seem to have got. I'll just keep busy with my schoolwork and my chores.
They got this new thing called TikTok.
Thus, a short time later, take care of yourself, Peter dear. Wear your rubbers in the rain and be sure to dress warm enough. I put your nose drops in the medicine chest hand.
My rubbers? Sure, Aunt May. Just get lots of sun and don't worry about me.
We'll take good care of her, Pete.
Oh, wow. I'm never
Oh,
seeing her
jeez.
again.
That sounds like a threat.
That sounds ominous, man.
That looks like Walter White.
Yeah. But as Peter's aunt heads south, a new crime wave begins to erupt in the city. Under the leadership of the mysterious Big Man, a well-organized and powerful network of underworld mobs seem to strike everywhere at once. Pooling their financial resources, the city's criminals spare no expense in battling law and order.
It's unbelievable! They're lifting the entire mail car into the air by the means of 3 helicopters!
No one seems to know where or how they'll strike next.
You should, General Mortis!
You've seen it before.
Making me drink again. And any underworld figures who refuse to accept the leadership of the Big Man are soon shown the error of their ways by his powerful team of enforcers.
So you don't want to take orders from the big man, eh?
Get out of the way, Fancy Dan. I'll handle them.
I'm a shrimp! How can I be in your way?
Wait your turn, Ox. Old Montana has a few rope tricks to try out.
The enforcers, stay back. We'll join you. We'll join. Patiently, Spider-Man roams the city by night, searching for some clue, some trace of the big man's true identity, but his quest seems hopeless.
The police are doing a great job, working night and day. That's the 5th bunch of mobsters they've grabbed today, but they're all too afraid to talk. They're terrified of the big man and his enforcers.
Somebody tapping their fingers on their desk. You hear a lot of feedback. Somebody. Knock, knock, knock.
It's not
Anyway.
And though there are countless examples of brilliant police work, far too many to describe on these pages, it seems to be only the small fry who are captured, while the crime syndicate higher-ups remain in the shadows.
Reach, you two. We've got you dead to rights this time.
Don't shoot, Blue Coat. We'll go peacefully.
Sure, especially since the big man will bail us out by morning.
Yeah.
And there is still one other who also roams the streets, searching endlessly for news. It is J. Jonah Jameson, the hard-hearted publisher of the Daily Bugle and Now magazine.
Who doesn't
Another
know?
arrest, I see. Bah! It's a waste of time bringing in such small fish. Spider-Man is the one you should be going after. He must be mixed up in all this somehow.
Look, Mr. Jameson, why don't you forget your personal feud with Spider-Man and use the power of your paper to help us nab the big man? Ask your readers to report anything suspicious.
Nonsense! There is no big man. Nobody's ever seen him and told about it. Spider-Man invented such a character to throw everyone off the track.
In his plush office the next day, in the Daily Bugle building, a determined J. Jonah Jameson sends for one of his most capable columnists.
Boswell! I want you to write a series of articles that will prove that the big man is none other than Spider-Man himself.
But we haven't any proof, Mr. Jameson. The police don't yet know who he is. And if you go all out on a limb, the way you did last month when you claimed he was Electro, you were wrong, by the way. And if you turn out wrong again, people will lose confidence in our paper.
Quiet! You take the pictures, I make the headlines. Oh, wait, sorry, that's another person. I'll do the talking!
Spider-Man number 9, February. The Wrath of Electro. Editor.
I'm still running this paper, Foswell. Now do as I say, or I'll fire you and see to it that no paper ever hires you again!
I'll do it, Mr. Jameson. I've just got in the habit of eating 3 squares a day. I guess you heard that, Betty. You and everyone else in the building. Boy, does he hate Spider-Man.
I know. I have to listen to him all day long. I'm glad it's quitting time now, Foswell. And as Betty Brant leaves the Bugle building and waits out front, I wonder if Peter will be passing by as he sometimes does.
Boy, she's thirsty for Peter.
Do you blame her?
That's her, you guys. That's Betty Brant. Well, what are we waiting for, Pilgrim?
You know who we are, sister. Where's the rest of the money you owe?
But I've already paid off the whole loan.
Sure, but you forgot the interest. The big man doubled it since yesterday.
No, he can't do that. It isn't fair.
Lady, when the big man took over every racket in town, including the loan shark racket, he didn't do it for his health. Now I warn you.
Hey, what's going on there?
You okay, Spider-Man?
Peter, keep out of this. Go away. They're dangerous.
Betty, you're scared. If they're bothering you.
Well, so that a gal has a boyfriend, eh? That's real nice. For us. We're too gentlemanly to threaten a female, but the ox is gonna show you what'll happen to that squirt if you don't pay up.
Lean on him, a little ox.
No, don't hurt him. I'll get the money somehow.
Lucky for you she said that, sonny. Let him go, ox.
If only I could turn into Spider-Man now, but it would give my secret identity away.
Hey, your face is kind of weird on that hat.
Yeah, that's why I wonder if people actually saw that. As the enforcers leave, Ox releases Peter with a shove that sends him sprawling. Then,
Those rats! They're not getting away with that.
no, Peter, you don't know what you're saying. You're no match for them. They're the enforcers.
I don't care if they're the Avengers. The Enforcers, huh? I've heard of them. How did you get involved?
I'm afraid to tell him the truth. If he knows I foolishly borrowed money from a loan shark, he'll try to help me, and he'll end up getting hurt or worse.
My hair is a mess.
I'm not involved, Peter. It was just a case of mistaken identity, that's all.
Betty, my spidey sense is telling me you're not telling the truth. Why won't you level with me, Betty? Why?
Why do you have a spidey sense?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't do it. I can't let the dearest, most wonderful boy I've ever known get mixed up with the enforcers because of me.
Simp. Simp! I must have been wrong about her. She can't care for me if she won't confide in me.
James, I tell you.
Deeply hurt, unable to understand the motives of the girl he loves, Peter Parker changes to Spider-Man within seconds as his lean, powerful muscles ache for battle.
As Peter Parker, I was just a helpless, confused school kid. But as Spider-Man, things are going to be a lot different.
Now this clearly confusing. I got spider powers.
As soon as I track down the enforcers. There's the punk who pointed out Betty to him. Hold it, you weasel. I want to talk to you. Huh? If you know the enforcers, you probably know where I can find them. Now talk. No, they'd kill me. You don't know them. They fear no one because the big man is behind them. He's terrified. He trembled at the very mention of the name of the enforcers. Only one thing to do. I've got to make him fear Spider-Man even more. I'll take a note from Batman. I'll just blindfold you with some webbing.
Wait. I got a question. Is he blindfold him with webbing? But you saying that Batman does that with the fluid?
Oh, no.
No, but he just makes him scared of him.
Minutes later, after the blindfold has been removed,
This won't do you any good, Spider-Man. I don't scare easy, and hey! Aha! Now you're in my spider's web. Now will you talk, or won't you?
Hey, look, the enforcers. Oh, crap, I'll talk.
The thing behind you! Don't let it any closer, please!
He's on drugs.
He doesn't know. I couldn't if I wanted to. It's only a dummy made of leftover webbing. You can find the enforcers at 15 Oak Street, but keep away from me, please.
exactly 5 seconds later. Wow.
Wow, that was fast. Now to give the enforcers a little workout and hope they'll lead me to the big man himself. This is just a place. Hey, what?
McDonald's.
I've been lassoed like a runaway steer, being pulled into that window.
Good work, Montana. Now get rid of the Spider-Man once and for all. I can't have him trying to interfere with my plans.
The big man. You're smaller than I'd have expected. And the enforcers. I've got you all together.
You're allowed to talk, Fancy Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Correction, my friend. It is we who have you. Go ahead and get him, Ox.
Even a real ox couldn't get me, so no phony one is gonna do it. You can't catch Spider-Man twice with the same rope trick, mister. Whoop. A guy your size must be nuts for trying to tangle with me. Hey, whoa, I missed. Never saw anyone move so fast.
Don't let my size fool you, wise guy. Judge me by my size, do you? They don't call me Fancy Dan for nothing.
And they don't call me Spider-Man for nothing. Fast as you are, my spidey sense and spider reflexes will help me to nail you like this. Uh-oh.
You nailed Fancy Dan.
A lasso around my wrist. Pulling me off balance. I can't shift my weight in time. Can't duck this. Ow.
I've been waiting to land a haymaker on Spider-Man.
But what might be a haymaker to anyone else just angers Spider-Man enough to spur him to still more dazzling feats, such as...
Look out. He flipped backwards through the rope, Pilgrim.
It's strong and swift, but it's still 3 against 1. And when a guy as fast as Fancy Dan is also a judo expert, what chance can Spider-Man have?
Healing power, you know. Stop flapping your lips and keep fighting. He's a long way from being licked yet.
You said a mouthful, Cuddles.
That's what she said.
Oh.
But there's a limit to anyone's endurance, even when it's amazing as Spider-Man.
Or Marania.
Oh, I'm kidding. Doctor told me to take it easy for a while. My body hasn't yet replenished the spider blood cells that I lost in the transfusion. Ooh, I'm starting to see stars. Hate to have them think I'm running out on a fight, but I've got to cut out while I still can. First thing to do is get rid of the light.
Where did he go?
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? And with the aid of my spider sense, it's a breeze for me to find my way out of the dark. But I'd sure like to know where the big man ducked out to during the fight.
I went to go get a Big Mac.
No, not that big man, the other one.
Oh.
Minutes later, as the exhausted teenager hides in the shadows, catching his breath, he sees...
Oh no. It's Jonah Jameson. What's he doing here? I wonder.
You forgot it, Jay!
I didn't do it. The big man would have to be someone smart, someone with money, someone who knows what's going on. But I can't believe that Jonah himself. Dun dun dun.
Puzzled, Spider-Man changes to Peter Parker, returns home, and makes a phone call.
To either Joe's.
Betty should be home by now. I'll call and ask her if she knows why Jonah would have been in the neighborhood. She's not answering the phone. Hope nothing's wrong. I'll just text her. Oh, wait. It's not that
She's
kind of
hanging out with Flash.
And at the other side of town in Betty Brant's apartment... It must be Peter. If I speak to him, he'll question me, and sooner or later he'll get involved with the enforcers. But if I don't answer, he'll get worried and come over in person. I'd better pick up the phone.
Yeah, you don't want Peter Parker in person.
Betty, are you all right? I want to ask you something.
No, Peter, not now. I'll speak to you tomorrow, please.
It's a matter of life or death, woman.
You tell me where my suit is.
Where's my super suit? I can't let him fall into the hands of the enforcers because of me. There's only one thing left. There's only one thing to do. I've got to leave. Never see him again. Oh.
That's what he wants, right?
That sounds a little too dramatic.
The next day in Jonah Jameson's office.
I don't know where Betty Brant is. She's been here. She said she had to go out of town for a while. Blast the luck! Now I've got to train a new secretary.
Good luck with that.
You mean she just left? With no explanation?
Look, kid, I've got my own problems. I still got a newspaper to get out.
His heart's cold as an ice cube. He doesn't care about anyone.
As for you, I don't keep you around because I like your looks.
Well, you're
I
not
said
that
to go
age.
get pictures. So go get some. And tell Foswell I'm waiting for his new column on Spider-Man.
Could you quit yelling?
Seconds later, in Frederick Foswell's office.
Mr. Boswell, you don't really believe that jazz you read about Spider-Man being the big man, do you?
Look, son, I write that Jameson tells me he's the boss here.
He reminds me of Don Knotts.
He only looks like a waist-size 28. He can't be a big man.
I say up here, Abbott was the big man if he told me to, work on this newspaper and argue with the old prune face. He'll kill you.
I guess you're right, but it sure seems unfair. He does look like Don Knotts. I can't unsee it now. Why?
Well, listen here.
Well, what do we know, Jack? Woo-wee.
I gotta get home to see Thelma Lou. Why is Jameson so anxious to put suspicion on Spider-Man? What was he doing there in that neighborhood where the enforcers were?
He was buying drugs.
Can JJJ, which is one letter off from being something really bad,
Yeah, it's
can be
very bad.
leading a double life?
Good job remembering the extra J.
Betty's run out on me, dames. For some reason, I can't figure it out. And the big man is getting a tighter grip on all the rackets in the city because the average man is too scared of the enforcers to report them to the police.
We like to play tennis. Sue
Or
us.
to defy them. And here I sit, wondering what to do next. Some hotshot superhero I am. I
If
should call
only we get the Human
Avengers,
Torch. He's better.
Right? As Spider-Man, I might be able to smash the crime syndicate if I could find their main headquarters and learn who the big man really is. Nuts. They're not going to send Spider-Man an invitation to come visit them.
Oh, hell, we are.
But Peter Parker might be able to get himself captured. It's dangerous, but it's the only way to go.
And so at school next day, Pete puts his perilous plan into operation.
You mean to say that you figured out who the big man is when nobody else has any idea? You're nuts, Parker.
Yeah, well, you'll sing a different tune when I tell my theory to the police and get a big fat reward for helping to nab him.
Maybe old Bookworm Parker did figure out the big man's identity. He's a whiz on puzzles and stuff like that.
Yeah, listen to the transfer student from Kentucky.
Yep.
Oh, if you ask
Is there
me,
brain?
Puny Parker. If you ask me, Puny Parker is just showing off like he always tries to do.
Psst, Pete, come here. I want to talk to you.
Uh-oh.
Flash, what are you hiding in the corners for?
Because I like the dark.
Weirdo.
Shh, keep your voice down. Listen, you nut. I have any more sense than to go around yapping like I got a southern accent, but whistle on the big man, your life won't be worth a nickel if them forces find out.
Aw, thanks for the warning, fella. I didn't know you cared.
But Flash's warning has come too late, for news travels fast, especially news about the big man.
Show that kid Parker knows who the big man is, huh? The enforcers ought to pay plenty for that tip.
By next week, they'll find him.
There's the chat.
And within minutes,
That's right, boss. This kid Parker is telling everyone he knows who you are. And he's going to the police with the information.
Peter Parker. How'd he find out I'm J.J. Jameson?
You mean you know him, boss?
I work with the guy every day. He's a lunatic. Of course I know him. I don't know. Don't stand here asking fool questions. Go get him.
uh-oh.
Get it done.
And at police headquarters,
We just got a call from Spider-Man. Says we should be on the alert tonight for a signal from him. He's going after the enforcers.
Better alert all units. There's going to be something cooking tonight.
Hey. Later, as Peter wanders through the loneliest parts of the city.
Into the car, Big Mouth. You're going for a little ride.
My plan worked. Now I've just gotta hope they take me to the big man before trying to silence me.
I'm worried about Fancy Dan giving a little ride.
Make sure we silence him before he comes
That
to us.
was an interesting pose with Fancy.
I know. Was that his
It was
hand
the
in his
gun.
pocket, or was he
It was
just
a gun in the
laughing?
pocket.
I hope.
So, you know who the big man is, eh? Well, wise guy, he knows you. And he wants to have a little visit with you.
The big man knows me. Can it be my hunch was right? About
Why does
Jonah Jameson?
Why does everybody wear the same clothes as me? Everybody's got yellow. I'm yellow.
But it can't be. I mean, I know he's selfish and stingy and hot-tempered, and he's jealous of Spider-Man,
And he yells a lot.
and he's jealous of anyone who's more glamorous than he is. There's really a lot of reasons for him to turn to crime. But why should he turn to crime?
Because money pays. Dudes.
Finally, the enforcer's car reaches a large indoor auto parking building.
Here we are, Bright Eyes. No harm showing you our headquarters. It's the last thing you're ever gonna see.
Inside, Junior, until the big man sends for you. Well, this is just what I wanted. I just hope I didn't bite off a lot more than I can chew.
Alone in the room, Peter strips off his outer clothes and then...
Peter Parker could never reach that air vent in the ceiling, but for Spider-Man, it'll be a breeze.
Holy crap. Good thing we installed those cameras in there.
Come on, Spider Strength. Just a little more oomph. Now! I'm getting it.
It's a jailbreak. Get him.
Get him.
And just on the other side of the wall,
All the racket bosses in the city are here for this week's new orders, boss.
Good. The police are beginning to catch too many of our underlings. So I have some new plans for the precautions for us to take.
Wow, I've stumbled onto something big. Every top mobster in the city seems to be down there. Too many for even Spider-Man to handle. I'd better alert the police. What's the matter with me? I was so intent on what I saw, I didn't even heed the silent tingle of my spider sense.
Big man! Up here! I caught a spy! Spider-Man!
After him all, you. He must not escape. Get him. I need his autograph.
Don't be such an eager beaver, big man. I'm not going anywhere.
Don't tell him what to do. Get down here, son.
I'm never calling anyone an eager beaver again. No need to rush, boys. Take your time. I'll see that you all get what's coming to you. Wham! Socks and shoes. Too many gathering around me. They'll pull me down by sheer weight of numbers. I'm getting bored, group. How about a change of scenery? Here we go.
I don't like that pose.
And thrust. Say, I've always wanted to drive one of these sporty jobs. Thunk. Hold it, boys. I'm making this trip like my favorite Star Wars character, Solo.
Funk, bop. Star Wars wasn't even out.
This fight's gonna end just like the movie. Flop.
Attaboy, Ox. Oh, wait, is that...
Attaboy,
Wait,
Ox! Grab the bumper, now lift higher, higher, good!
Oh, well, I prefer a 4-speed gearbox anyway.
That little man ain't going anywhere if I can help it. Nobody's stronger than a Hawks.
What about the Hulk?
Hawks is stronger.
Nice try, playmates. I'll give you an A for effort. Wish I felt as confident as I'm trying to sound. I've got to find a way out of this place. Uh-oh. The big man's trying to slow me down like Donkey Kong by rolling oil drums down the ramp at me.
I stopped him for you, you clumsy oafs. Now get him, Streambart Strisso.
Much obliged, big man. These drums are just what I needed. My spider ability can keep me balanced well enough to ride one of them right through your bully boys. Big man, that's you.
Your overconfidence will be your undoing, Spider-Man. Lasso him, Montana.
Uh-oh, I forgot about him. I hear you talking, boss. I've got to move fast. This ought to make him drop that lariat. He flipped in midair, shoving that drum towards me. It's gonna hit me. I'll bruise easy. So far, so good. But I've got to use my web fluid carefully. They're not gonna give me time to reload. Ugh.
It's in my eyes. It's like last Wednesday. It's in my eyes.
Each of you, grab a tire. Throw it.
Whew. They don't let up for a second.
We can't. We're the villains.
Give me those tires. I'll show you how to stop that little runt.
But even the powerful Ox is thwarted by Spider-Man's amazing agility.
My reflexes help me to dodge these things with ease. When I can't get around them, I can always zip through them.
He's planking us. Get him. Pretty tricky, masked man. But now let's see how good you are on All the Grease 4.
You're one to talk.
Oh! According to the latest superhero manual, the well-trained costume crime fighter turns every obstacle into an advantage. See what I mean?
He's sliding on the floor like an ice skater. Look out!
You can't dodge us forever. There's some all sides, guys.
He's right. I can't dodge them forever. But I'm sure gonna go down trying.
We've got him now.
You cherubs are made for each other. So far be it for me to keep you apart.
Whomp.
But before Spider-Man can regain his footing, the fast-moving Fancy Dan strikes again with a skillful judo attack.
Oof!
I figure they wore you down enough. Now I'll finish you off.
Doll man?
A judo-trained little man's always more than a match for a guy twice his size, even when the guy is Spider-Man!
You get him, Palpatine. You kick his ass.
Remember those words, little friend. You're gonna start regretting them real soon.
Trying to keep the puppet down.
I admire your enthusiasm, Fancy Dan, and your clothing style, but you seem to have forgotten how spiders can stick to a wall and then reverse himself like this. Now you just stay there and rest up for a while, chum. You've had a busy little day.
I'm pretty sure his neck's broken.
He's mocking me.
Say, don't you guys ever take a lunch break or something? You got me working overtime. My heart's pounding like a trip hammer. I've got to get some rest soon. If only I could think of a way to signal the police.
If only they had 911.
Then, as he skillfully keeps one step ahead of his pursuers,
I've got it! That useless light bulb from my belt. I'll remove my spider light signal.
I'll take my shirt off and show it to them.
And then I'll turn it on and attach it to the tip of my web shooter. I don't like that last part. Tip of a web shooter. And away we go. Bullseye. Or Hawkeye. Or something.
The spider signal! I've got to call headquarters.
Wait, it's moving all over the place. It's just falling out of the building.
then within 30 seconds, the sound of blaring sirens fills the night air in the submarine city. Whee!
It's the Acme Garage. Give him gas.
Give him Taco Bell?
While within the structure, the fateful battle continues.
Keep after him. He's trying. He's only human. You're wearing him down. I'm surrounded by idiots.
Relax, big man. They're doing okay without a cheerleader. And you're an ugly cheerleader.
Hey, you're the one hiding your face.
So are you.
But suddenly, an ear-piercing wail is heard from outside.
The police, and not a moment too soon. That was weird.
That was
They won't get here in time to save you. Blast it! If only you didn't move so fast.
Now you're not gonna begrudge me my few talents, are you? Okay, now, big man, the party's over. I counted those shots. I know your gun's empty. So now it's man to man.
Well, did I fire 5 or did I fire 6 shots? You gotta ask yourself, do I feel lucky? You punk. Sorry, Spider-Man, I don't fight by your rules. I know when to make my exit. Here, have this. Slam.
And now I know I'm tired. Any other time, I could have caught him before he got halfway to that door.
Nice shot there. It's like the rogue pose.
Boy, leave it to the police. It doesn't take them long to get into action. They've rounded up the enforcers and all the other hoods.
Oh my gosh, do you see how bad Ox looks?
Oh my gosh, his head.
He's
England
deformed.
team.
Too bad.
He's still got hair on his side in the corner, right?
My eyes. Too bad the big man slipped through my fingers. Maybe I can still track him down. If he's the one I think he is, it's gonna be a real pleasure to bring him in.
I'm Jameson.
A short time later, a harassed J. Jonah Jameson rushes into the Daily Bugle building. Uh-oh.
What a miserable week this has been. Everything is going wrong. I still haven't been able to prove that Spider-Man is the masked leader of the city's crime syndicate. But I've got to. I've run too far out on a limb to turn back.
Look how nervous he is. I knew I was right. He's worried sick about his crime ring being broken up. Well, I'll still give him more to worry about, and uh-oh, someone's coming.
Mr. Jameson?
What is it?
I got the proofs of the new column about Spider-Man. You'd like to see it?
Tear it up! I need more than a column now. I need proof that Spider-Man is the big man.
Why? What happened?
You fool! Haven't you heard the radio news bulletins? The enforcers have been captured. The crime syndicate is broken up. Only the big man has escaped, and the police are apt to find him before too long.
We've already found him, Jameson.
Huh?
That clinches it. The high and mighty J. Jonah Jameson is the big man himself. Although, in a way, I feel sorry. I never thought he was really bad. Don't try to sneak out of here, Foswell. We have the place surrounded, and you might as well come alone peacefully.
Foswell!
Frederick Foswell? I thought it was Jonah. How can little Foswell be the big man?
You doubt too many small people, Spider-Man. We found all the evidence we needed in your car, which we saw speeding away from the garage.
Pretty clever, Foswell, using special built-up shoes, an oversized padded jacket, and a small amplifier to disguise your voice.
I would have gotten away with it too if it was not for those strange kids and that little dog. And for some crummy look.
Ruh-roh.
And also, you can't prove those are my shoes. Those shoes are planted. I'm a framed man.
He admits it. It is Foswell. I never even suspected. Some big brain I am. I not only have the proportionate strength of a spider, I'm just about as dumb, too.
That's mean, Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh, the spider's talking to me.
As for J. Jonah Jameson, that estimable citizen,
Esteemable.
it's estimable, but it's not esteemable because it would be EE.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Small.
Citizen just never gave up.
Even though you're the big man, Spider-Man was in league with you, wasn't he? Admit it! If he wasn't, I'll be a laughing stock again.
Bah! I'll worry about it on the way to jail.
The cop's like, this guy's a wackadoo.
Later, after his office is emptied out,
Am I always to be thwarted, embarrassed, frustrated by Spider-Man? I hate that costume freak more than I've ever hated anyone else before. I'll never be contented while he's free. All my life, I've been interested in only one thing, making money. Yet, Spider-Man risks his life day after day with no thought of reward. If a man like him is good, is a hero, then what am I?
A loser.
I can never respect myself while he still lives. Spider-Man represents everything I'm not. He's brave, powerful, and unselfish. The truth is, I think I envy him. I, J. Jonah Jameson, millionaire, man of the world, civic leader. I'd give everything I own to be a man, be the man that he is. But I can never climb to his level. So all that remains for me is to try to tear him down, because heaven help me. I think I'm jealous of Spider-Man.
I thought you were going to say you were in love with him.
And at the other side of town, as Spider-Man reaches his home,
Hey, it's a letter from Aunt May. She's having a fine time in Florida, but nothing from Betty. Not even a card.
He's actually a Spider-Man. It's
What
not
is-
Aunt May. It's the lizards. Sending you a postcard.
What if she never gets in touch with me? What if I never hear from her again? It may be what she wants. Perhaps she doesn't care for me, and she wants to make a clean break. Peter,
What if somebody redraws that, makes it the costume look better?
you're gonna have
Yeah.
Gwen Stacy soon anyway. It's okay. No, but I can't believe it. I won't. It's something else. She's in trouble, worried. If only I knew what the matter was. If only she'd let me help her. Why? Why?
at that moment in a small town in Pennsylvania,
Wow.
Betty Brant sits alone in a locked hotel room, weeping silently to herself. Life is so meaningless, so empty.
Empty?
Yeah, it's so empty because it's no tea in her life without
There's
beer.
no electronics. It's like an EMP went off.
Yeah, he's all I had, all I ever wanted, and yet I can't turn to him now. I've got to see this through alone. I can't risk the life of the boy I love. No one else can help me except someone like Spider-Man. But what chance would I ever have of receiving aid from him?
Isn't it ironic?
And so we leave our friends dangling in a web far more powerful than any which Spider-Man can weave. The mysterious, dramatic web of fate. Next issue, we will meet a great new villain, find more spectacular thrills as Spider-Man discovers a strange secret of Betty Brant. Oh no, is it Ben Brant?
Oh!
Ben Brandt.
The end for now.
For now.
Dun,
But
dun, dun.
we have enjoyed this. It's a bit of a before when they were doing the two stories in one issue, it seemed to go quicker. But now it takes its time. But you know what? I don't think we mind. We had a great performance all the way around. A round of applause, huh? Yes. Now we would like to ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. I can read Froggy's mind.
Ooh, that feels good.
Oh,
Oh,
get your hand down. All right. Please make sure to like.
there was
comment,
consent. There's no problem. My fellow
check out the Ko-Fi, and also, hey, just say hi below if you want. Get down there! Get down! Get down!
Get down tonight. Get down tonight.
We will see you, well, next time. So for all of us here at the Geeky Puppet Show, we want to ask you one more time. We just want to say thank you before we say bye!
Bye.
Ian J. Jonah Jameson's!